Hi, this is Jennifer with fatstrike.com. Forget all theories and strike the negativity of noise. I can't sleep, so I'm going to talk about a topic that I talk with my girlfriend. Now, this isn't a conversation that I had recently, but this is a conversation that I've had with her before. We've talked about many things. She's just a great person, intelligent, lovely woman, okay? So, fatstrike.com is my up and coming website that is being critiqued and formatted so that when it is introduced, you will be able to find little gems that you can discover, not about yourself, but just coming into my mind and maybe picking up something that you like with the books and other things that I'm going to add to it that you can make your own. Okay? So, when I talk about fatstrike.com, forget all theories and strike the negativity of noise, first and foremost, I am talking about myself and things that I am expressing. Yes, it's late at night, but my eyes do get puffy because I'll be up. Okay, so we had a conversation in the past about what love is and how it is defined. And how can you have a measure of, I don't want to say control, but how can you monitor love when you're dealing in a relationship? And a lot of times when I tell these things are suggestions, not recommendations, suggestions to my lovely friend, I have applied them to myself. I have used them on myself long time ago. So now that I am fluttering relatively out of some situations, I'm in a better sound mind. Okay, ladies? So, in a relationship aspect, she was speaking that she was having, and I don't want to call it problems, she was having challenges in her relationship, as we all may have, okay, ladies? So she proceeds to say, what should she do in a particular situation? Now, I'm not going to name drop or say what the situation is because every lady or every woman are men, but I'm talking to my ladies because I'm a lady, okay? And she was just speaking of some challenging situations that she was dealing with. So what I said to her, you're going to have to let love drip. And she said, what? Love drip? Are you drunk? No, honey, I ain't drunk. I'm not drunk. So when I say you got to let love drip sometime in your relationship, what you do is love is an action word, okay? Love grows under a lot of conditions. If you're a mom, it grows under conditions behind the scenes when you're preparing for the children when they're asleep at night, when they have holidays coming up, when they have field trips coming up. If you're a partner or a wife, you're preparing for certain things when you want to surprise somebody or just be a nice person. You know what I'm saying? So when your relationship is having challenges, as mine has had in the past, okay, I would let love drip. Now let's paint a picture. When it's a vast storm outside and it's thundering and lightning, you can't control when the thunder's going to hit. And you can't control the lightning. But you can be prepared for the weather. So what you do is you got to let love drip. It's like when they say it's really cold outside, really cold. And sometimes relationships can go through a very cold period. Yes, I'm talking about so cold where you were questioning, is there any love there? Uh-huh. Yes, see, you gotta let love drip like they do that faucet. You know how they tell you to turn the faucet on? Let the water drip a little bit so it won't freeze. Well, that's how you gotta do with yourself. You gotta think, use your mind, okay? And sometimes you gotta let it drip in how you are distributing your love. And I ain't talking about no pitter-patter, the obvious. Nah, I'm not getting into that because that's not my business and I don't share that, okay? But I'm talking about in how you are expressing yourself when you begin to notice changes in the relationship, when you begin to notice changes within your attitude and maybe your vulnerability. And you're like, man, I don't feel like myself. I'm changing. Oh, you should change. Change is good. I'm tired. What am I talking about? Yeah, you see how I trick you? You see how I change threw you all off. Sitting here talking consistently and then just abruptly just, yeah, that's what a relationship would do. You're sitting there and you're flowing, the conversation is making some sense relatively, and then somebody go off and say, oh, I think I saw a bear. What? You good? Yeah. That's sometimes what the mind will do with you. Sometimes relationships will do that to you. Play tricks on your mind, your head, your heart. You be like, ooh, it's rough. But you know, this conversation really isn't about love, okay? It's really about yourself. How you see yourself, how you view yourself, you know? I got some stories. I don't even know where to begin. I really don't. And you guys remember, I told you guys, I'm quite dramatic. Very, very dramatic. Oh, yes, a dramatic woman. Not a fool, but dramatic. Let me see. Let me think of a story, you know? Perfect example. I started dating when I was 18. It was my brother's, their best friend. Oh, nice country man. Very nice guy. And when I started dating him, he asked my dad. I was 18 years old. I will never forget. He knocked on that door, knock, 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 and said, hey, Mr. So-and-so, I want to date your daughter. My dad looked at me on the steps and said, hey, Jennifer, you want to date? And I said, I don't know. Next thing you know, I'm dating. All right, I should tell you a lie. But no, it's okay. I started dating the country man. I sure did. And I remember he used to like to wrestle. I didn't know what was wrong with the man. He just liked to wrestle. Okay, yeah. But anyway, my mother used to say, oh, Jennifer, I don't like the way he wrestled with you. He's going to hit you one day. That could lead to that. I'm like, Mama's old, crazy, and ignorant. That's what I was thinking. But honey, let the Lord and Lord behold. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Oh, yeah, it happened. That sucker did. Yeah, I remember. Now, you may be saying this woman started talking about thunder, lightning, love, drops, and drips. But one thing you're going to understand about me, it's going to come full circle before these minutes run out. So to say that is to say this. I was a young girl in my first blossoming relationship. The young man came to the house and asked for my little dating. My dad said yes. Very traditional father. And the man whooped my tail once we got married. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I got a lot of, I call them war wounds, I was telling my daughter. Like right here. You can't see it on my arm, but yeah, that's from busting in our door. Oh, yeah, we had such a picture-perfect life. Got married. Bought a beautiful home. Beautiful neighborhood. And by the way, the man didn't have no credit. I didn't know nothing about that. We got our lovely house on the corner. 3-bedroom home. Oh, it was nice. I couldn't drive. My mom and dad were going through a divorce. They moved out of town. Yeah. And I found out my lovely, lovely husband, he's okay now, was one of the biggest dope dealers around. Didn't even know. Didn't know. Now, I had been exposed to certain type of things, but, I wasn't involved, okay? But to make a long story short, I learned real quick how to let love drip. Now, this is just episode 1 of a story when I was 18 years old. Folly be golly, I am definitely not that now. But it's okay. But yeah, to wrap this up, I learned to let love drip. Life taught me to have a measure of control in what I'm measuring out. And I'm going to tell you a little secret, ladies, about communicating with the male species. You may not agree, you may. But a lot of times when you want to know something, and I ain't talking about nothing sticky or weird, all you got to do is be nice, be kind. And they'll tell you everything they know. A lot of times they talk to you, they're telling on themselves. And it don't always mean bad. They may just be expressing themselves. It could be positive. But if you really want to know what's going on, all you got to do is listen, listen, listen. This is fatstrike.com, and strike the negativity of noise. And remember, ladies, use your mind. Use your mind. Part 1, we will finish this later. All right now, bye.